This specific lens came out in 1999, and it has been my most favorite lens to use in 2025. Most favorite lens. I don't know if that's the correct sentence. But it is none other than the 75 to 300 Canon EF 4 to 5.6 Mark III USM lens. That was a mouthful. And yeah, this is a zoom lens. And for those of you who've been following me for a little bit, you know that I'm a portrait and landscape photographer, and I'm a filmmaker and videographer. Anything with the camera, I am. And this lens has been so fun to use. So the story behind it is, in December, I was going back home to Arizona. I actually did a travel vlog for that, and you can go and watch that. I'll link that somewhere right here. And so I wanted to buy myself a little gift to be able to go out to Arizona and shoot with and use while I'm out there. So while I was still here in Los Angeles, I actually went on Facebook Marketplace, scoured it for this lens. I've been wanting to buy it for a while now, and I actually went to OfferUp because I forgot that was even an option, and I got this lens, I believe, for $70. I asked for it that day, picked it up that day, and it was from a model who actually found it laying around in a studio. So this bad boy has awesome stories, and I love thrifting things. And those of you who are seasoned photographers and filmographers and all these things know that lenses don't usually depreciate in value, especially if they're well made, and Canon does make pretty well made lenses. Now, the chassis on this bad boy, the build, it is plastic, but it does have a metal mount, which is very important for me. And I think, the zooming feature and the focus ring, all that stuff is smooth. It is still built really well over being 20 plus years now. What is it, 2020? Yeah, 25 years. Oh my god. This is a 25-year-old lens, and for the price of $70, getting an awesome zoom lens. And not only that, I shoot obviously on APS-C sensor on my my M50 Mark 1. And so this 75 to 300 is more like a 120 to like almost 400, I believe. I'll do the math later, but so I'm getting a huge distance with this telephoto lens, a huge wide range of distance with this telephoto lens by shooting on my APS-C sensor. And I've been shooting a lot of landscape and portrait with it. Unfortunately, the fires in Los Angeles popped up a week after New Year's, so I was able to document because my family back in Arizona was afraid and thought I was actually in the fires themselves, but I took some photos from afar safely and away from first responders and everything. I did not get in the way. There's a lot of knuckleheads out here doing that. Knucklehead, who says that? And yeah, this is it's a sniper. I'm able to capture photos in the way I do it. I capture landscapes as if I'm shooting as like a portrait photographer, but from a distance and from safety, and I'm able to actually capture wildlife in a way that I have not been used to. My longest lens, I believe, is my 85 prime, so that's still in that like 120 mark, but yeah, having the ability to zoom in and out while on the run, and especially with my portrait shots, has been awesome. It's a really cool focal length to be able to play in. Now, for most people, it's not as fast, but I don't really necessarily need a lot of fast lenses in the way I shoot. I do have 1.4s and 1.5s and all that stuff, but yeah, I think the f-stop that's given is pretty good for the sharpness and quality. I mean, and especially since it's a telephoto lens, you're going to get a lot of blur and bokeh anyways, especially if you're close up on the subject. So, I'm not necessarily shooting this in low light. I shoot this with strobes when I'm doing portraitures, or with continuous lighting. And then I'm able to, you know, get some pretty awesome photos and landscape with this bad boy, and, you know, the images come out pretty sharp. So, you know, I'm not gonna make this too long of a video, but this has been my secret sauce this year so far, thus far. I did just get I got a new lens right here that I was sent, and I'll probably do an opening for this and reveal what this is at a later date, or maybe right after this video. But for now, this bad boy is my bread and butter. It's super cheap. Go get it on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. Definitely get one, especially if you're a Canon user. It's good to have in your kit. I love this bad boy. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and sharing and all that fun stuff. Get out there, get shooting, and just have, you know, a good time this year being an artist. Professional second, artist first. Cheers.